What's up, you guys? It's Crocodile Cam. Time for the animal of the day. Let's get that drum roll going. You ready, RZA? Here we go. The animal of the day is everybody's favorite insect, mosquitoes. Wait, before you swipe out, did you know that there's over 3,500 different species of mosquitoes? And quiz time already? All right, let's do it. You ready? Let's go. What percent of mosquito species actually bite humans? Is it A, 83%, B, only 1%, C, about 6%, or D, roughly 37%? Take your time and figure it out. If you guessed C, 6%, then you got it right. Great job. And if you got it right, go ahead and comment down below. If not, better luck next time. And yeah, that's true. Of the over 3,500 species of mosquitoes, only about 200 of those species actually bite humans. And of those 200 species, it's only the females that are biting us. And that's because in our blood and in the blood of other animals that they may be biting lies the protein and the iron that is necessary for these mosquitoes to reproduce. So these mosquitoes are using our blood to help nurture their young. And for any of you who may be mothers out there or parents in general, think about what you would do if you needed to nurture your young. You'd do it by any means necessary. Now the males, they rely mainly on plant fluids like plant sap, plant nectar, and honeydew. And during this time, pollen can actually get stuck on their bodies and transmitted to other plants as they go around feeding. And what does that make them, you guys? Pollinators, just like bees. And in fact, female mosquitoes share a pretty similar diet. They're only drinking the blood in order to reproduce, but they can get that proper nutrients to thrive in the wild from those plants. Now, before we move forward, I want to answer a very important question. And that question is, do we even need mosquitoes? And the answer to that is yes, we do need mosquitoes. But let me break it down to you as to why we need them. First is they are food for a number of different animals. Literally from birth all the way up to adulthood, there are other animals that rely on mosquitoes as a decent part of their diet. Imagine you were only allowed to eat, 4 or 5 different things throughout your entire life. And all of a sudden, someone took away one of those options. That wouldn't be very good, would it? And you eating more of those other options could then harm their populations in the wild too, creating a pretty negative domino effect. See, mosquitoes in their larval state are prey for salamanders, fish, and even dragonflies. And as they grow up and become terrestrial animals, other insects, birds, bats, lizards, and a number of other small animals can rely on these insects for food. Mosquitoes also have a notable biomass, and that means as they transfer from that aquatic larval state to their terrestrial state, there is a lot of energy being transferred there. And as I mentioned before, mosquitoes are pollinators. And just like other pollinators like bees and birds and even bats, mosquitoes are important and they're very essential for pollinating different flowers in wetlands and other wet or moist environments. In fact, raise your hand if you like orchids. Mosquitoes are actually one of the primary pollinators for orchids. And mosquitoes are primary pollinators up in the Arctic, and because of the cold temperatures, it's pretty scarce to see any other insects there. So yeah, we do need mosquitoes. All of them. And yes, it is true, mosquitoes do transmit diseases that unfortunately kill 1 million+ humans a year. But that's not the mosquitoes' fault. If you're gonna blame someone, blame the country's governments and the other extremely wealthy entities in the world who don't provide proper health care to these people who are in dire need of it. The mosquitoes, they're just being animals, and we can't blame them for that. but you can blame other humans for not having compassion for those in need. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you learned something new, especially because mosquitoes don't have a lot of fans. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Crocodile Cam out.